A lot of you asked me to share this video on my main channel to help it reach more people, so here it is. If you're interested in the longer, uncensored version, you'll find it linked in the description over on my vlog channel, Girl with Her Dogs. Last month, I had the privilege of visiting the Equine Healing Collaborative, a truly special nonprofit that serves both animals and people. It's a sanctuary where rescued animals find peace and where people receive compassionate mental health care in a unique, non-traditional setting.
Hi everybody, my name is Jennifer Fenton and I am the Executive Director of the Equine Healing Collaborative. And we are a nonprofit organization that provides equine-assisted psychotherapy. So we provide mental health services using all of our rescue horses, dogs, cats, goats, and pigs. And we are currently facing some pretty significant challenges. We live on this beautiful 56-acre sanctuary for our 45 plus rescue horses, and unfortunately currently it has been listed for sale, and so we are currently in the process of doing fundraising. We would love to purchase this place. We want to stay here forever because again, this is a sanctuary for all of our rescue animals, as well as the hundreds of people who come here monthly for help. And so we're just kind of reaching out to the public and we're asking for their help. We are very much a grassroots organization. We do not have large donors or funders. Every time that we've ever run into any kind of financial issue, it's usually folks from the grassroots who help us. So we reached out to Vanessa from Girl with Dogs and we invited her to come down to our sanctuary to see if she might be interested in learning how to groom a horse. And we're very grateful that we have the possibility to reach all of the folks who follow her and who have followed her for years. You are welcome to find out more information about our nonprofit at equinehealing.org, and you can follow the links below to follow us on social media.
You're about to have the opportunity to watch me groom this beautiful white horse. Before we dive in, I'd like to invite everyone to follow the Equine Healing Collaborative on social media and, if possible, contribute to their fundraiser. You can find the links in the description and in the comments of this video. Even if you can't donate, engaging with their content can still support their sanctuary.
So we provide equine-assisted psychotherapy here, and essentially what that means is it kind of takes people out of the traditional therapeutic setting, and rather than sitting in an office, they actually get to be in the outdoors working with our animals. You can see I'm here with Bo, who is one of our rescues, and he's being quite affectionate right now. Most of the folks who come here are folks from low socioeconomic backgrounds, and we just want to make sure that they have access to excellent mental health services, and again, utilizing all of our rescue animals as part of their treatment. This is Nutter, and Nutter does our program called Mini Horses Big Feelings, and Nutter goes into schools and he does educational programs on mental health. He is able to be my representative as I'm giving a presentation on mental health, what it is, defining it for kids, and then also teaching them how to ask for help. And then once I give my talk, we have a little round pen. And so we invite the kids to come in and they're allowed to do a mindfulness activity with our minis. So Nutter does mindfulness with the kiddos.
I had the honor of meeting with the therapists and volunteers at this sanctuary. Each person shared inspiring stories about the lives that have been positively transformed through their experience on the farm. One particular story resonated with me, shared by Bailey, an associate marriage and family therapist who has been a part of the team for the past 3 years.
I had the privilege of working with a 14-year-old who had been in therapy for 2 years. It was court-ordered that she attend therapy because her parents were going through a bad divorce and all of the kids were required to attend. Her mother brought her here because she had been attending therapy at another location for 2 years, and she was terminated and let go from the agency because she had made no progress. For 2 years, she sat in a room and did not speak to the therapist, and they were brought here as kind of a last resort. This 14-year-old had isolated herself. She was not doing well in school, was unable to really speak about what was going on, and would spend most of her time alone in her room, clearly depressed, clearly struggling. I worked with her for 10 months. 10 months of nothing. She would not speak to me, but she would do the things that I asked. She would groom a horse. She would interact with the horse. She didn't say anything to them, but she would brush them. And so every week for an hour, she would come and she would brush a horse. And eventually I stopped asking questions she wasn't going to answer them. And I just let that be okay. And I did tell her she wasn't doing therapy wrong. She was coming because she was court ordered. That didn't mean she had to participate. We just groomed. She'd leave. She'd come back the next week. We'd groom. She'd leave. And then one day she looked at me and she said, "Bailey, I don't know what to do about my dad." And she started talking. And 2 years later, she has not stopped talking. It turned out she was still being abused terribly by her father. She was being physically and psychologically and emotionally abused. She was being beaten on a regular basis. Once she felt safe, once she was provided a safe place, we listened. She was saying so much in her silence. But once she started verbally talking and we found out what was going on, we were able to become involved. There was an emergency cease of visitation. That was one of the last days that she was required to see her father. 2 years later, she has friends. She's doing amazing in school. She has all of these activities. She's super into sports. She's extremely outgoing. She has a chance at life and a chance to be a regular functioning human because this place gave her the space and gave her the safety that she needed. Most other places, they're going to terminate services if you don't make any progress. When we don't give a timeline, everyone is on their own healing journey and on their own timeline. Currently, we serve just over 400 clients. That's current. That's not to mention the hundreds, probably over 1,000 clients that we've seen in the past 9-10 years that we've been open. Not only does what we do impact these 400 people, but how many people do they touch? Their families, their children, their grandchildren. How did this impact their lives, their work, their careers, that then filters out and expands? And the good that this place does is unmeasured in that way, not just for this community, but for this country and for this world. And we need to stay open for that.
Now, without any delay, let's dive into the behind-the-scenes world of horse care and grooming. I must admit, this was my first time getting really up close and personal with horses, and it felt a little daunting. So please bear with me.
So this is our tack room. In here, we have boxes for every single one of our, you don't need the cat food, for every single one of our horses. Everything's color coded and every single horse has their own box. So the reason we do that is twofold. First of all, we use the boxes to kind of drive home the clinical point around mental health and mental health conditions, that the condition in and of itself is problematic for people, and so the response to that is to take better care of yourself. And so a huge theme here as far as treatment is you learn how to take care of yourself by taking care of these animals. So it's much easier for somebody, say for example with depression, to have compassion for, empathy for a rescue horse, a rescue dog, than it is for them to maybe have some compassion and empathy for themselves. So what we do is we kind of start the process by talking about care. And so we take care of these animals and we take care of them in a very specific and organized way that is nurturing. And so it starts with this box. And it also starts with even the organization of the box. So we have, they're all identical. And again, they're all color coded. So this is Dunn's box here. So he has a curry comb, a mane and tail comb, a halter, a dandy brush, a soft brush, and a hoof pick. And that basically is true of every single one of our horses. So we're going to start the session out with this, and we're going to start with a grooming part of the session. And then when grooming is done, we clean our brushes. We put our hoof pick back, we put the box back essentially the same way that we found it. And so what that does is, just by virtue of not even necessarily addressing it with somebody, it teaches them this idea of ritual and routine as a means of self-care. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start grooming him. I'm just gonna show you just really quickly, kind of basic grooming horse supplies. So we have a shedding, basically it's like a shedding comb. This we're gonna use to kind of get all of the crunchies off of him. And his bottom might come towards you. There you go. And just like I said, just kind of dancing with horses. There you go. Perfect.
I'm a little short, but
it's okay. You're being so good. Yes, you are. I'm going to treat him like he's going to bite me, so my hand is ready to block at all times. And I'm just going to move around him. If he does that and makes you uncomfortable, it's okay for you to just block him.
Okay.
Yeah. And he knows.
Like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go. So he's asking you to
stop.
Clean his sheath.
Coming
So that's
soon.
okay. You can just go ahead and just keep going up the leg there. And you're just going to use this blue shampoo, and I'm going to give you a lot. And so you're just going to take both those hands and wrap it around that tail and see how happy this horse is.
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know horses, but I'll take your word for it.
He's not moving. He's not moving. And so he's letting you know, like, hey, I'm down with what you're doing here. And now you're going to take this just to wash his legs with. Good boy. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I talk to my horses.
You what?
I just talk to my horses like this.
I mean, I talk to the dogs too, but right now I'm just like focusing on not dying.
He's being such a good boy
He is.
for you. He likes you, Vanessa.
Oh, good.
We're gonna actually clean his sheath now. So this opening right here is essentially where the is, and the just entirely retracts up into this area. And it may just be that we have to just start cleaning, and you can smell that. It stinks. We're gonna just get a little bit of this shampoo here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on your hand. All right. It's okay. And so you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna start by putting the shampoo in there, and you're just gonna kind of go around in this area here. And you're just gonna reach under there. Just go on in, you can do it.
Her face. Oh, dear God. This is interesting.
Phoebe's gonna eat whatever falls out.
Oh, dear. Is it going to come out?
Yeah, yeah.
She can't handle this. You're welcome, YouTube.
And so what we're gonna do is once you get some soap up in there and you just really kind of get around in that area, we're actually gonna take the hose up there.
Okay, let's do
And
that.
I'll show you how to do that. And I'm
Is
gonna
that dirt?
No.
Oh,
it is not
please.
dirt.
You could have told me that it was.
It's not. It's actually dead skin. So I'm gonna have you kind of stay off to the side and just pull this tail over.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
Oh,
the
Lord.
next thing I'm gonna teach you is how to pick a horse's feet. Okay, so this is a hoof pick. So I always start up here, and when I'm starting up here, I'm essentially saying, would you please consider the possibility of giving me your foot? And notice how he said yes.
And then try to eat your phone.
Yes. And so I'm gonna hold on to the hoof, the actual hoof, and I'm just gonna get in here and I'm gonna pry. And the horse's foot has a V shape in it, and this again is the frog. He has shoes because his size, he's too big. His body is literally too big on these feet to support it. If we were to take these shoes off, what ends up happening is he wears down the wall so much that he becomes what we call farrier laminitic. And so he gets to be in like a lot of pain. Take your hand all the way down and now kind of push into him a little bit. So push your body into him a little bit. There you go. And now grab a hold of it when he gives it to you. So he's trying really hard to give it to you. There you go. And grab the hoof, not the leg.
Okay.
Excellent.
And up.
Yep. And that's perfect.
That's it?
That's it. You're done. Excellent. You did it!
Hey, that was fun. Is that it?
That's basically it.
We're done with the horse.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let his tail dry out a little bit. And then once it gets dry, we're gonna run a brush through it, and it's just gonna be absolutely gorgeous.
Okay. Ma'am, sir, I don't know. Are you a ma'am or sir? Sir. Excuse me.
Give her that back.
Attack of the goat.
Don't eat her hair. Oh my gosh.
You are the menace that jumps.
Yes.
Why do you like my jacket?
Thanks for helping save our sanctuary. Bye.